We built it for Lord of the Rings. We took all of the facades away, and then it's since been a tourist attraction.
These people were not born when we started making Lord of the Rings, you know? So it's a big part of their lives, and that's very, very sweet, isn't it? And they'll be able to see all 6 movies now and show them to their kids.
Right away. And he comes up to me like he was like, you know, a grown man, very formal, and he hands me this folded a couple times piece of paper and sort of bowed very formally. He's like, first day, and walked away. And I open it up, and it's a drawing, his drawing of Aragorn, and underneath it says, I know who you are.
The Lord of the Rings cast, then and now. It's been over 20 years since The Return of the King wrapped up one of the greatest cinematic trilogies of all time. Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings wasn't just a movie, it was a global phenomenon. From epic battles in Middle-earth to emotional journeys through Mordor, it redefined fantasy storytelling forever. But the true magic? It's what happened after. What became of the actors behind our favorite characters? Which stars stepped away from the spotlight, and who doubled down on their craft? And believe it or not, some of these friendships are still going strong. Even better? There's a brand new Lord of the Rings film on the horizon. Could fan favorites actually return? Let's find out. From secret weddings and Broadway debuts to unexpected career twists and real-life heroism, here's what happened to the Fellowship and why their stories still matter today. Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood was already a successful actor before Frodo, but carrying the One Ring made him a legend. Post-Middle-earth, Elijah deliberately avoided typecasting, choosing artsy, often unsettling projects like Maniac and Come to Daddy. He also made a name for himself in indie horror and quirky comedies. Off-camera, Elijah is notoriously private, but fans were surprised to learn he married producer Mette-Marie Kongsved in a quiet ceremony in Sweden. Together, they have 2 kids. Despite his fame, Elijah still gets nervous before shooting. He once admitted, "The first day on any set, I'm always anxious." Yet, he finds calm in friendships. His group chat with Dominic, Monaghan, Billy Boyd, and Sean Astin, nicknamed The Hobbit, is still active. From texts to crossword competitions, this tight bond proves that some fellowships don't end with the final scene. Sean Astin. Sean Astin, the heart and soul behind Samwise Gamgee, has been acting since childhood. Remember the Goonies? Since his days in the Shire, Sean's roles have been all over the map. Fans loved him as Bob in Stranger Things, and he's also stepped into theater, making his Broadway debut as Santa Claus in Elf the Musical. He's been married to his wife Christine for over 30 years, and their daughter Alexandra even had a cameo in Return of the King. Sean has spoken often about how his family keeps him grounded, even when Hollywood doesn't. Recently, he's reunited with Ke Huy Quan in the film Love Hurts, proving that 80s icons still have more stories to tell. Viggo Mortensen. When Viggo Mortensen was offered the role of Aragorn, he almost said no. The reason? Family. It was his son Henry who convinced him to say yes, and thank goodness he did. His portrayal of the reluctant king became one of cinema's most iconic. After Rings, Viggo took on bold, emotional roles in The Road, Captain Fantastic, and Green Book. He even began directing, most recently with the frontier drama The Dead Don't Hurt. Viggo is multilingual. He speaks English, Spanish, Danish, French, and more. He's also a poet, painter, photographer, and classical music aficionado. And yes, rumors are swirling that he might return as Aragorn in the upcoming hunt for Gollum. Nothing's confirmed yet, but let's just say hope is not lost. Liv Tyler. As Arwen, Liv Tyler brought grace and strength to the trilogy. In real life, she balanced fame with motherhood, raising 3 children while navigating Hollywood. She returned to the Marvel Universe as Betty Ross in Captain America: Brave New World, marking her first MCU appearance in nearly 15 years. Liv is also a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, using her platform for global change. Though her relationships with Royston Langdon and David Gardner ended, she remains devoted to her kids. And despite growing up with rock royalty, her dad is Steven Tyler, Liv has always marched to her own rhythm. Orlando Bloom. Orlando Bloom was the ultimate elven heartthrob, but post-Legolas, he proved he was more than just a pretty face. From Pirates of the Caribbean to Carnival Row, he's tackled fantasy, action, and drama. In real life, Orlando found happiness with pop superstar Katy Perry. The couple got engaged in 2019 and are raising their daughter, Daisy Dove. He also has a son from his previous marriage to Miranda Kerr. Outside of acting, Orlando travels the world as a UNICEF ambassador. He even visited Ukraine in 2023 to highlight the plight of displaced children, proof that sometimes real heroes don't wear armor. John Rhys-Davies. John Rhys-Davies was unforgettable as Gimli, but what many fans don't know is that he also voiced Treebeard. Today, at 80, John continues to act and recently reprised his role as Sala in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. He's passionate about storytelling and known for his booming voice and sharp wit. Though he lost his wife in 2010, he found companionship again with Lisa Manning, and they have a daughter together. He has said he would return to Middle-earth, but maybe without the hours in the makeup chair. Cate Blanchett. Cate Blanchett isn't just Galadriel. She's one of the most acclaimed actresses in history. With 2 Oscars and roles in Tar, Carol, Elizabeth, and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, she's proven her range and brilliance time and again. Off-screen, she's a dedicated mother of 4 and longtime wife to playwright Andrew Upton. Her storybook wedding? A mess. Her photographers forgot the film. Yet she says the memory is even better without pictures. Cate also advocates for change in the industry, calling for more diversity in storytelling and female voices behind the scenes. She's not just powerful on screen, she's reshaping the system. Dominic Monaghan and Billy Boyd. Dominic Monaghan and Billy Boyd played the mischief-making Merry and Pippin, but their real-life friendship has only grown stronger. They co-hosted a podcast called The Friendship Onion, performed on stage together, and recently launched a food travel show called Billy and Dom Eat the World. Boyd is also a musician, leading the band Beefcake and even contributing music to The Hobbit. Monaghan starred in Lost Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, and still spends his spare time studying bugs and reptiles. Neither of them ever forgot their Hobbit roots, and their bond continues to be one of the trilogy's most heartwarming legacies. Sean Bean. Sean Bean has died so many times on screen that it became a meme. From Boromir's heartbreaking farewell to Ned Stark's iconic beheading, his characters rarely survive, but Bean doesn't mind. "I'd rather die in a good role than live in a boring one," he once joked. He's recently taken on grittier roles in Snowpiercer and This City Is Ours, and finally seems to have found peace in his personal life, marrying Ashley Moore in 2017. Will he stop dying in movies? Probably not, but fans love him all the same. Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis redefined acting with his portrayal of Gollum. Since then, he's become the king of performance capture, starring as Caesar in Planet of the Apes, Snoke in Star Wars, and even directing Venom 2. Now, he's set to direct The Hunt for Gollum, returning to the universe that changed his life. Off camera, Serkis is a family man, married to actress Lorraine Ashbourne with 3 children, all actors themselves. Whether he's behind the camera or on screen, Serkis proves that imagination and innovation go hand in hand. Miranda Otto. Miranda Otto gave us the fierce and fearless Eowyn. After Rings, she starred in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Talk to Me, and recently voiced Eowyn again in the animated War of the Rohirrim. She's been married to actor Peter O'Brien for nearly 2 decades and continues to choose roles that spotlight strong, complex women. She may have laid down her sword, but her talent still cuts deep. Hugo Weaving. Hugo Weaving, our original Elrond, has officially passed the torch. He recently confirmed he won't return in future Tolkien films, saying his time in Middle-earth has ended. Still, his legacy is vast, from The Matrix to V for Vendetta to recent indie films like How to Make Gravy. In his private life, Hugo has been with partner Katrina Greenwood since 1984. Their children, given her last name in a quiet stand for equality. Sir Ian McKellen. Sir Ian McKellen, our beloved Gandalf, is still a force of nature at 85. He's never won an Oscar, but remains one of the UK's most celebrated actors, balancing film and theater with ease. He continues to advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and encourages actors to live openly. Most recently, he starred in The Critic and toured the UK in Hamlet and Mother Goose. His message to young actors: don't listen to your agents, listen to your heart. Middle-earth may have moved into legend, but the cast behind the Fellowship still carries the magic with them. From groundbreaking roles to quiet family lives, From Broadway to directing blockbusters, their stories continue to inspire. Are you excited for the hunt for Gollum? Who do you hope returns? Drop your answer in the comments and give this video a like if you've ever dreamed of walking through Rivendell. And don't forget to subscribe. Each click helps me buy another cup of coffee to fuel the next adventure. See you in the next one.